Well, I'm still singing.
Yeah.
And I'll go on singing.
Yeah.
And I'm painting sporadically. It's really hard because taking care of Charles takes a lot of time, but it's more than that. It just takes a lot of focus. People mostly don't buy paintings because they're expensive, and it's all right. They got the two best paintings. No, Eileen got the best painting, and the other painting, it was one I liked. It was a painting of Margaret on the bench in the gallery. Did you see it? Have you been there? I can't remember. At Christmas time, you were there. This is a familial tremor. It's a head shake, but not in my hands. I'm losing some facility with my fingers, I think, from arthritis. I find it hard to button difficult buttons. Not most buttons. But no, that isn't a problem with painting. That's good. Oh, well, then there's Italian. Yeah, I still do Italian. And that's something. It's sort of dumb. I mean, I don't want to give it up because I know if I stopped having the Italian group, I'd start losing my Italian. And I'm not very fluent, but I can manage. And I know that the vocabulary would start disappearing if I am not hearing it and using it. There can be intelligent nonagenarians. This is an unusual group of women. I mean, all of these women have been, had very full and interesting lives. It is cool to have all these really fine women friends. And those are primarily my women friends in my support group. Oh, everybody's been dying, it's just awful. He died maybe a month and a half ago. It's really lovely to have another couple that you're so close to. And they take Margaret if we let them. And if we need to have somebody taking care of Margaret. Did I tell you Betty's reaction to Margaret? Well, when I went in, I said, Betty, it's Carol. And she looked at me and she said, oh, Carol. And she recognized me, maybe not knowing that I'm her sister-in-law, but knowing that she knows me. our minds, for instance. I mean, our minds just seem incredibly miraculous to me, but they've always seemed miraculous, and they're still miraculous. And although we know somewhat more about how they work, it hasn't been the same kind of total change as getting to the moon or communication without even wires. At some point, there's this huge monologue of Cyrano's about 7 ways to get to the moon. And it's this fantasy of all the different ways you could get to the moon. You could have a huge boomerang or a huge catapult that would catapult you up. Or you could grab a flying bird that's flying to the moon and the bird would take you up. Or you would lie in a meadow, and in the morning the dew, as it lifted up to heaven, would carry you with it, the dew, as it went up to the clouds. I mean, they're just wonderful. Well, I read this, and getting to the moon was, the idea of somebody actually getting to the moon was as fanciful a thing as you could possibly think. And when I look up at the moon now, and I think that men have actually gotten to the moon, that seems just miraculous to me. You look up there, and people have actually been up there. And I think about Cyrano and his fantasies, and that we really didn't think that it